What's good, my lovely peoples? It's your main man, Solace here, the humble servant of the life. Today I want to do this video called, What Do You Know That Has Not Been Influenced on You? See, we have to grasp, as of today, everyone only knows what was influenced on them. So it's no thinking for self. All of the things you know, it was either told to you, you've seen it on TV, or you read it in a book. Now, you may have built on top of that, but that is no foundation to build on. Meaning, everything you know has been placed upon you, and you don't think outside of that. So it's a deep thing y'all have to grasp. Now, you have certain men like Tesla and George Washington Carver who thought uninfluenced by what was going on around them and what was being said. They learned directly from observing the life. But for the most part, most of us today, you know nothing. When I say you, I mean you. See, we'll repeat what another man said or what another man wrote. But when I say, what do you know? That's when it's a deep thing. Because when people begin to think, okay, what do I know that I knew that no one else said, then there's nothing. Everything everyone says is something someone else said. So it's a deep thing y'all have to grasp. Now, my thoughts are uninfluenced. So you figure with mummification. Everyone in today's times, when they speak of mummification, it has to do with life and death. It has to do with reserving the body or something in this nature. Because this is the thought that was influenced. Then I come along and I say, no, mummification has to do with drying and pressurizing the body out the way that the earth does to make it a diamond, faster than the earth would do it. So the thought is uninfluenced. Nobody said that before. No one thinks on their own course to figure out a thing. So it's a deep thing. We just think deeper on what was influenced on us. Now, I want to give you an example. Men believed the earth was flat at one point in time. Then men believed the earth was round. Now you have certain men that believe the earth is truly flat. And in that, I want y'all to see how the thought is fixed. Because men believed the earth was flat. Then they believed the earth was round. And now they went back to believing it's flat. So you see how the thoughts just ping pong? It never goes beyond that. We thought the earth was flat. Then we thought the earth was round. Now we view the earth as an organ, and so on and so on. The thoughts don't keep going to delve deeper into understanding. It just pings pongs back in between what was already influenced. So men said the earth was flat in the past. Then they said it was round. And now it's back to flat again. And it'll be back to round again. But it will never go beyond that box. Grasp how deep that is. And this is what I mean by the thoughts are influenced. So whether you believe the earth is round or you believe the earth is flat, it doesn't matter because you believed fixed thought. You believe what you're told to believe. Meaning you have billions of people on this planet, but they either believe one of two things, flat or round. Amazing. Grasp that. 6 billion people or more, yet there's only two courses of thought, flat or round. And then you have a guy named Solace who says, no, that's all wrong. The planet is like an organ. There is no shape. It's all however it wants. It's unshapen. It's not really shaped any certain way. Like a kidney. It's just shaped how it's shaped. So it's a deep thing we have to grasp. But I just wanted y'all to see in that example how the thoughts are not going. She's just stuck and fixed. I'll give you another example. Clones. People believe in clones because they heard scientists were cloning animals. So now they believe scientists are cloning people. But here's the deep thing. Because on that thought, you get a whole bunch of other thoughts that derive from that thought. Mind you, cloning is science. The people you hear speaking of the cloning, what is that word called? Conspiracy theory. When you hear people speaking on the clone conspiracies, they know nothing of science. This is where it's funny to me, because people will listen to a man speak of science in conspiracies of it, knowing that that man has no understanding of science. See, if you ask the guy that's speaking of cloning, how do you clone a person? He don't know. In his mind, oh, you just put a person in the oven and they pop out grown. But you have to grasp the nano life, the micro cell life. You have to know science and you have to know the micro cell life in order to clone. So you have to grasp how deep it is. If you don't have no understanding on the micro life, this is why your thoughts of cloning is all over the place. And this is why we think, oh, they cloned Dave Chappelle because he looks different. He's just old. People get bigger in weight when they get old. I could see if Dave Chappelle was a different person. So you have to grasp. I seen one guy doing a clone video, and all he kept showing was celebrities getting plastic surgery. And then he say, look, they're different. That's a clone. I'm in my mind like they got plastic surgery. That's why they look different. But it's a deep thing. When you're reaching for something, you ignore everything. It's just like Professor Griff. When he first started with his conspiracy theory ideas about the hip-hop industry and the satanic things going on with it, he was on a true course. And a lot of the things he was saying made sense. But now, half the things he say don't make no goddamn sense. Half still do. And it's because he's reaching so hard to make his point that you're willing to start to take anything. Get lost in your thoughts. Everything starts to look like what you're talking about. And in that, you mess up your own point. Because a wise man is looking like, okay, he was making sense. Now he's reaching. So I don't know. Now I don't know. Because wise people can tell when you're just reaching to make your point desperately. Mind you, all you need is one point to make your point. We tend to think we need 1,000 points. You figure Professor Griff could have made one video, made his point. He could make 1 million videos. People gonna believe if they want. But when you reach, you make it harder for people to believe because half the stuff is bullshit and the other half is real shit, and then they mingle it all together like, oh, it's all bullshit, because that was bullshit. You can give a person 10 truths, and you can mess up on one truth, and your ass don't know what you talking about to everybody in the world. They won't balance out and say, okay, he got 10 things right and 1 thing wrong. Doesn't work like that. So you have to grasp. It's better to just be right one time. Because the more you try to reach to be right, then you're going to be wrong, and then you're going to ruin everything you was right about. So it's a deep thing we have to grasp. It's all fixed thought. You believe what you believe about clones because you heard this. Yet you have no knowledge of science and how cloning works. To even apply it to what you're hearing. To say, okay, that makes no sense with cloning. That makes sense with cloning. That could be real. You don't do this. Whatever you hear about cloning is just real. So it's a deep thing you have to grasp. Same with religion. People believe in one thing, then they move on to believe in another thing. But you have to grasp, everything that's believed in is of old. Islam, Christianity, these are all old things. From hundreds to thousands of years old. Mind you, we're in the future now, 2017. Men still believe in the same old things. A man could be a Muslim and then convert to being a Christian. Then he can convert from being a Christian to being a Chem follower. But it's all the same. So you see how they put you in the box? Men don't make new religions. They make new religions that's the same old ones. Grasp how deep it is. Christianity was new, but it was from Judaism. So you see how men make new religions, but they're the same old religions. So there's no thought. Mind you, men shouldn't even be dealing with religion at this point in life. You figure men should have been. But it's like a child believing in Santa Claus at 18. You like, damn, he should have been stopped believing in that. This is where we are. So it don't matter what religion you believe in. It has to do with the same system, a God and rules and weird stuff. The thoughts is fixed. And you believe in religion not because you discovered it in the life. You believe it because somebody told you it when you was born. Most of your life. You've been hearing it. So this is why you believe it. Not because you discovered it and it was good. No, just placed upon you. So this is what I mean. Everything you believe in and you know, placed upon you. It's just like dimensions. You'll hear brothers talking about dimensions. This world, and we have many different worlds and dimensions, but they have no understanding of science and how life works. So when they speak on dimensions, it makes no sense. But it makes sense to you because you don't know science either, or the life. So you like, yeah, when the brother was talking about the dimensions, that made sense. But it didn't. You have to understand science and the life. You have to understand I have billions of micro life within me. I am a world to that micro life within me. You too. The next man too. So there goes all your dimensions on the third dimension. We are all dimensions or worlds walking amongst one another. But it doesn't feel like that to us because this is for the micro cell life within us. So just like we're in this world, which is a body, there's other bodies. And these are your dimensions. So you don't have just one solar system. You have the solar system we're in, and you have billions of other solar systems. And these would be your dimensions. They have life in them too. So you have to grasp. It's a simple but deep thing, but if you don't understand that life is within the life in science, and understand that atoms are in cells, cells are in people, people are in planets, planets are in solar systems are in galaxies. Mind you, these are all the same thing on their course of the life. A baby is an adult. It just haven't grown up to be one yet. Same with you. You can say you're a planet or a solar system. You just haven't grown up to be one. Just like the micro cells within your body. Sperm cells within me. They are people. They just haven't grown to be one yet. They haven't got an egg cell. So you have to grasp. Everything is the same goddamn thing on the life. So if the micro cells within you live within you and you live within the planet, then you have to grasp. Bodies. It's all bodies. This is why scientists don't understand life, because they look at it as a place, as opposed to looking at it as bodies and living beings. The smaller life is within the bigger life. It's like Pandora's box. Micro cells within me. They got micro life within them, called atoms. The life goes with the life. So you have to grasp. Sperm cells, micro cells have atoms in them. People have cells within them. The cells have atoms within them. This is how people have atoms within them. Because it's within the micro life that's within them. So it's a simple thing you have to grasp. It's like a Pandora's box. Within the man lies the cells. Within the cells lies the atoms. Simple. Within the galaxy lies the solar systems. Within the solar systems lies the planets. Within the planets lies the people and the organisms. And within the organisms lie the microorganisms. So it's like a Pandora's box, and this is how life works. And you have to look at it on the perspective of what it is. I'm a world, you're a world, there's billions of worlds. And each world has billions of microcell life within it. So you have to grasp the diversity and the amounts. When it says be fruitful, it's a deep thing. It's the same with the date. Y'all brains have been fixed. Even you know it's fixed and you don't even care. You keep it that way. See, it's 2017, but they tell you the earth is 6 billion years old. So you know it's not 2017, but you will continue to say 2017. It's just like a lot of people now, they know, okay, the new year is not in January. The first month would be March. The last month would be February. But they will stay on the wrong course because that's the course they were on. You see how deep that is? You will stay in fixed thought just because you was already on it. It's a deep thing. But this is my point. When I say, what do you know? Because don't nobody seem to know nothing and care to want to know nothing on their own. It's a deep thing. All the scholars y'all listen to. A scholar is a man who read many books, but he didn't write those books that he reads. So what does the scholar know? Nothing. Except what other people said. So you have to grasp when I say, what do you know? Nothing. So you figure if I was debating any scholar y'all could think of, once I ask him that question, the debate is over. Because I can always say, I know the sperm is the spirit, and I can start naming a whole bunch of stuff that I know, that nobody else said, that I could prove. But the scholar can't do that. All he can regurgitate is what he read. And this is my point. We hold scholarship high, yet a scholar doesn't know anything except what he read, which is the same thing that the follower that's following him knows. What they heard and read. So what's the difference between the scholar and the scholar's students? Nothing. The blind leading the blind. This is why we go nowhere. It's a deep thing y'all have to grasp. Y'all listen to brothers teach science. Now this is no disrespect to no one, because those who do this should apply it to themselves so they can ascend in thought. Because it makes no sense. If you a scholar and you hear what I'm saying, something should click in your brain and say, damn, he right. I don't really know nothing. But men won't do that. Like I said, they'll stay on their fixed course. It's a retarded thing. You have teachers that speak science. The black woman is God. But that don't go with science. Now, I say that because when they go to explain the black woman is God, they use science. They start talking chromosomes. Have no understanding of science, but they're speaking chromosomes. And this is why they never make sense. And they say things like X and Y, and the man is a deformed chromosome. You have no understanding of what they tell. They think it's actually alphabet, X's and Y's. They think that's real. So it's just a deep thing you have to grasp. But I don't care if you're a woman, a man, you was a sperm cell before that, and sperm cells are within men. So before you came out of your mother, you actually came out your father and went in your mother. This is a science fact. Nobody can debate that. So this is my point. There's a lot of talking that doesn't make any sense. And the reason it doesn't is because everybody's regurgitating what the next person said in their own way. Mind you, you got to know a thing to know a thing. You can't know about things if you don't know things. You can't say, oh, I seen this flat earth video, so I'm a flat earther. But you don't know nothing about geology, science. You know nothing of these things, but you're like, yeah, that sounds good. So this is why you lost, because you just reach for things. Grasp how deep it is. I'm not trying to put anyone down. Y'all have to begin to think. This is what I say when I say, y'all don't think a lot. And y'all laugh like, oh, he say the funniest shit. It's funny, but it's true. Y'all do not think a lot. Y'all just thoughtful. Thoughts are placed in y'all brain, and then y'all just use those thoughts. You don't produce your own thoughts. You just use the thoughts that have been recycled into your brain from other people's mouths. And it's a deep thing y'all have to grasp, man. It's your main man, Solace. Please, go to my GoFundMe, GoFundMe/Solace Solari, PayPal.me/Solace Solari. I need y'all to grasp, give, and receive. Please stop trying to sucker me out. It's not a beautiful thing. Spirits must be raised up. I have no problem teaching anyone for free. as I've been doing. But you must give and receive on your own. It's a deep thing. Spirit's too low. If you teaching a person a thing and you know they're not using it goodly, you have to stop. Or you are the reason for the chaos. So it's the same with me. If I'm teaching y'all and it's just making y'all worse, no balance within, not trying to grasp the balance of things, just want the knowledge, losing the balance, then there's no point on me teaching. Because we already in balance. People already got a bunch of knowledge in balance. That's why things is fucked up. That's why the knowledge is fucked up. This is why give and receive must be grasped into the spirit so you can get it. A person doesn't have to teach you for free or do anything for free. The earth doesn't have to give you food for free, but it produces. That doesn't mean you should take advantage, grasp. It's a deep thing, though. I don't want to drag that part out. But when you go on with your day, I want you to ask yourself, what do you know? And I guarantee you, there's nothing you can actually think of that you know, because you know it, and ain't nobody else said it to you. It's your main man, Solace.